Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Right before we get started, I wanted to announce I do have a new mic. I only used it the second half of this video, so bear with me with the first half, the audio difference. I try to adjust it as best as possible to match the level of this mic quality, but you could still tell there's a huge difference. So just bear with me on that, guys. Hopefully you guys still enjoy the content. Let's get into it. So today we're gonna be upgrading this rear spoiler and turning it into something like this. Let's go. First things first, I'm gonna be taking this here fish line, and there's my heat gun as well. I'm gonna be heating up the area kind of from afar. I just want to loosen up that glue as much as I can, and then I'll take that fishing line and start taking this whole wing out, and afterwards I'll clean up the residue with the orange wheel and we could continue on. Just pay attention to when you're doing this. Once you start feeling a lot more resistance, there's gonna be a little bit, but once you start feeling a lot more, that means you need to heat the glue back up. And there we go, got the old one off. Okay, so next is to drill with this orange wheel. This orange wheel is supposed to kick off a lot of this stuff. I don't want it kicking the dirt and scratching the paint. So what I'm gonna do is wipe this area first, and then I'll start hitting it with this rubber wheel to fling all this extra residue off. So I finally got all the adhesive removed, and just make sure you have the proper tools when you're doing this type of job. That wheel came in super clutch. I'll leave a link down in the description of everything I'm using and everything I'm installing. Next, I'm gonna clean the area off, then correct it a little bit, and then we can go ahead and get the other one mounted. So I just got that polished up and cleaned up. Next, we're gonna go ahead and put the double-sided tape on this wing, stick it on, and call her a day. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to day two. Just picked up a new mic. I'm pretty stoked myself. We're gonna get into it. Hopefully the audio gets cleaned up from here on out, and yeah, let's get it. So last time I was out here working on this car, I tried to stick the new wing on it, and pretty much I ran into so many issues. The wing wasn't sticking. So there was a couple of things that I did need and that I did want to pick up. So I got some 99% isopropyl alcohol. I really needed this alcohol, reason being, whenever you're trying to stick something, you really want to make sure it's like as dry as possible. And last time I buffed this out and polished it after and hit like a wax on it, and I feel like that stopped the really cheap double-sided tape from sticking. So I ended up picking up some new double-sided tape from Amazon. It's a 3M. You could get it from AutoZone and all that. I'll leave links down in the description for everything I use for sure, and the isopropyl alcohol. Don't mind my dogs, they're probably making a lot of noise in the background, but hopefully you guys can still hear me very, very loud and clear since you guys are attached to me now. Let me bring out this wing. We're gonna go ahead and clean that up again. It's been sitting out here for a little bit, so it's a little dusty. So we'll get the dust removed fully, get it wiped down with some alcohol, and we should be good to move on. Oh my goodness, my dogs are losing it. I have just this Meguiar's quick detailer that I'm gonna use to clean this stuff up. If I remember correctly, I left rags in here, which, ta-da, they're there. And here's all the things from the double-sided tape of last time. But anyway, let's get to it. First, we're gonna go ahead and spray this bad boy off. And what the? Let's hope she still sprays. She sprays the, there's no trigger, as you can tell. So, I could squeeze all day, but I just have to push this button in and make the bottle work myself. It's all good in the hood. Oh wow, it's still very hydrophobic from last time. I hit it with a ceramic wax spray. That ceramic spray wax always does it justice. It's really good stuff by Turtle Wax. I'm not super biased towards any company. I've used products I've detailed in the past, and I could tell you truthfully and honestly whose products are better, whose are cheaper, what gets you the bang for the money. So I wouldn't lie to y'all is what I'm saying. I should have probably just done this whole trunk, since that's what we're gonna be leaning on and probably touching here and there. I just don't want to risk possible contamination getting underneath the double-sided tape. I doubt we'll have that issue, but you know, you never know. Now that our work areas are clean, I'm gonna get a fresh rag and some of this alcohol, and I'm just I have another spray bottle, but I'm lazy right now, so Just gonna put it on the rag itself and rub it in to take off any excess wax or anything that can possibly be stopping us from making the new spoiler stick. So take this moment for an advertisement. I'm just joking. Cheers. Salud. My neighbor, he's cool. He's always saying what's up. He just told me cheers. You guys probably caught that part in the video. I don't know if you heard the audio or not. But anyway, to continue on, wipe our hands with that alcohol part of the rag as well. Make sure we're not contaminated. Get this wing out, obviously. Pretty much what I'm gonna do is wipe the part where the adhesive goes off. I'm gonna wipe that side off completely with alcohol as well. And then we'll go ahead and start getting it mounted to the car. I put the tape on here first, and then I test fit it to make sure the tape's not gonna stick out in any weird way or weird place. For that, we're good to go. This alcohol seems to be drying it out pretty well, so I'm pretty confident that it's gonna go well. Gotta wipe my hands with the alcohol part again. Dry them out as best as possible. Don't blow on it because you'll probably get spit on it.
That's what she said.
But yeah, super strength molding tape, 3M Auto. Like I said, leave a link down in the description. So this is a stage 2 strength, and it is 15 feet. I doubt I needed that much, but you know, never hurts to have more. Hopefully this audio is everything you dreamed of. Please let me know what you guys think. I will say the tape is sticking a whole lot better than what it did. So that makes me even more excited for this process. And I honestly think it does have a lot to do with the alcohol. I know that was a big problem last time. We didn't use any alcohol, and I tried to get away with just using like some Windex or something, and it was a miserable fail. I want to use this rag with alcohol to wipe some of this stuff off before the final installation. So this is what I call my mock test or mock-up test. I'll go ahead and kind of eyeball it. But yeah, she looks pretty decent. It definitely does have a fitment issue and is not fitting properly unless it's supposed to have a gap, which I highly doubt. So it looks like these little arches, the bottom of them is stopping this from wanting to sit all the way flush. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is, and this is gonna be annoying, but pretty much this lip sticks out more than the tape. When it's sitting flat, boom, you see that lip first, okay? Pretty much you want to see the tape first before this little lip right here. I might just have to nudge that off with a grind wheel, which I do have. That's what's keeping me from being able to put this all the way down. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these grinded down really quickly in hopes that it fixes my issue. About 1/5 or 1/6 of an inch is what I have to chop off. Alrighty guys, I knocked a little bit more down. You know, you could always knock more down, so I'm just doing it little by little and then test fitting. So I did want to say, I did have to grind these down a good amount. I will say they're not even close to perfect. I probably wouldn't recommend this swing at all, if I'm being completely honest. I know it's gonna fit now, but you know, there's like all these gaps and stuff that you gotta probably fill with something. You know, it should have been a lot easier install, but that's what you get with cheaper parts. These really keep it from going. These corners right here are very much like messed with, so it's very much like uneven corners and lips. I don't know if it's because of the paint and stuff that they do to these or what, but this lip and this lip is even still a bit low. You would probably have to grind into this to make it fit like absolute flush. So yeah, not the biggest fan, I will say, but now that I did this much work and got it to somewhat fit, I'm gonna just slap it on. I'd probably do any other wing but this. But if you guys want to do it, at least you know, nudge these off as far down as you can and at an angle, and it should fit a lot more flush. Personally, I don't like running things like that on my car that you have to heavily modify yourself. If it's plastic things or things that can't be recouped that you need to modify. But you know, I'm a firm believer in just leaving certain things as is, like this video, because who knows, maybe you are balling on a budget and don't care if you have to modify it or heavily modify it, whatever. Honestly, the real carbon fiber thing was $180, something like that, to get a very similar duckbill. but those are normally formed to the car, so they come pretty well ready to fit. There's no like heavy modification at all. I'm gonna get this adhesive removed, mount her permanently. Okay. I mean, I will say, after fitted and after the trim, doesn't look too bad. Still doesn't, you know, take away the issue at hand, which was having to heavily modify something. I still like the idea and the look of it, not bad, but it definitely took a lot more than it should have to get it to fit. That's all right, no biggie, no biggest smalls. She fits up. Let me bring you guys along for the ride. The body gap, just to show you, and the body gap. I'd say that's pretty even for eyeballing something. And yeah, this is how it looks on the back end. Makes it look a lot more aggressive, not too wild or crazy. Now there's no gap. That's the part that I had to grind down. Obviously it's uneven, and I clipped the end a little bit with the center of the grind wheel, but no gap after the Kevin special. Pretty happy with the turnout. Still looks good. Might not be the best quality, but it's an accessory piece, and just like anything else, you know, I'm sure I'm probably gonna change that wing out 2 or 3 more times down the line. Maybe just full carbon fiber trunk is in for this car, but looks great. I really love it. Well, there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new quality of audio. I really will be trying to keep up as best as I can with, you know, just keeping up with the quality. And comment anything, comments, concerns, constructive criticism. I'm open to all of it. I will leave a link down in the description again for all of the stuff used in this video. I know things didn't turn out the way we anticipated it to, but we still had a great time doing this nonetheless, and it's content for you guys as well. So again, thank you guys so much for the love and support. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, keep it real. Peace.